Okay, this is with a view down onto the pressure regulator, the manometer, the water trap. You can see we got the dial here, and if I just zoom in, just be able to make out a minus and a plus. So that would clearly indicate that if we turn it in the direction of the minus, we're going to release the pressure of the airbrush, turn it clockwise, and we will increase the pressure of the airbrush. Now the problem that most people find at the first stage is that they fail to lift the collar. You've literally got to lift that black dial and reset it to actually set your pressure as well. Otherwise you'll be spinning and it won't adjust it in any respect whatsoever. So what we've got here is the dial now. You can see that is just on about 3 bar, just over 40 psi. What I'm going to do is get the airbrush. I'm going to press the trigger, and we'll slowly see that dial comes down, and the unit's now kicked in. And it's kicked in because it's saying, okay, I want to maintain that 40 psi, but I don't want that much. I probably want to work around about 15 to 20 psi. So I'm going to lift this dial and I'm going to turn it anti-clockwise. And you may just be able to, as I do that, see the pressure will start to drop there. There we go. We'll let the unit get back up to pressure and cut off. Just wait for that to stop priming. Okay, so we can see now that the unit is, well, it's just under 40 psi. So I'm going to lift the dial again. I'm going to just twist it, and you can just see. I'll try and do that with the other hand. Okay, you can see that the pressure is dropping now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down to around about 20 psi. Keep it around about there. Put the collar back down. Get the airbrush again. I'm just going to press the trigger. Okay, so that's dropped off now. That's way below, much too low. So I'm going to lift the collar again and just turn it back up. I'll do it at 2 bar just so that we can easily see that. Okay, we're just on the 2 bar. So what I'm going to do is press the trigger again on the airbrush, and it's dropped just below the 2 bar. So I'm just going to tighten it. Clockwise turn again. Right, now that's dropping and hitting 2 bar dead on. So if I wanted to set it, let's say at 1 bar, let's just turn the unit around so you can get a better view. So I'm going to turn the black dial anti-clockwise until that dial drops. There we go. Press the trigger, it'll drop off again, I should imagine. There we go, too much. So I need to now clockwise tighten it. It's going back up towards 1. Just above it. There we go. And now it's hitting just above 1. Every time I press the trigger, it's dropping down to 1 bar, and it's staying there constant. Let's say I want to increase it to 2 bar. Again, lift the collar, black dial, and then I'm going to turn it clockwise and see how the pressure gauge is going up. Just up to 2 bar, press the trigger, drops down just below. So I want to tighten that up just a little bit. Clockwise, increase the pressure. Bit too much, drops it down. So that was just a fractional turn in the anti-clockwise direction. You can see it's just above 2 bar at the moment, and that's just hitting dead on 2. The angle's a little bit different for you, but from my view that's dead on 2. So really that's the pressure set, and what I'm going to do now is just zoom out, and I'm going to drop that collar down. That's it. And that's how you set the pressure on your airbrush. I hope that helps.